get us from the part of Shorewood that we're on Wilson, into the major part of even the Bay Shore, and the shopping centers in that area, because that's all part of, I'm sure the Green Line does something for it, but for us to get to the Green Line, we really don't have a way.
Right.
And as far as I can see, to be able to walk up there, I did that when they shut down Wilson for the last steps of it. And then I was wondering that Wilson has been set up to the point that the buses can come and pull to the side. They've redone that area very nicely. And then, and all of a sudden, it won't be used anymore for the purposes it was built for.
Right.
So anyway, those are my comments.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, this, to your point, I mean, I love hearing the fact that people rely on the bus. This is what I want to hear, as opposed to turning the bus off and I didn't even notice. I noticed it was gone. So I take that in a positive way, and it's good to hear. And to your point, yeah, clearly, I think as one of the trustees mentioned, yeah, walking from Santa Monica to Marlboro or Washington, that half mile is not what we would accept as a, but you know, under normal circumstances. So.
Hi, I'm Michelle Grant. I live at 4505 North Sheffield Avenue. I don't have any questions. I just wanted to make a comment. I've been riding on that bus for 15 years, commuting every day on it, and walking up to Oakland, it's a half-mile walk for me, and that's in the wintertime just not ideal. And I'm lucky that I'm physically able to walk half a mile. I know I can't imagine that it'll be easy for landlords to rent those apartments on Wilson Drive if the bus service is discontinued. I know a lot of elderly people live on Wilson Drive and depend on that bus, so I do too, so thank you for listening.
No, thank you for the comment.
Any other comments or questions at this time? Hearing none. Oh, Trustee Bachler?
I used to live on Lake Bluff and Bartlett, which was really close to Oakland, but I sometimes would ride my bike over to your bus stop.
Oh, sure.
This bus route that we're referencing,
Right.
especially when I worked at MATC, and then my bike there, and then take the bus down. And I rode my bike that distance because it was quite a hike to get.
Right.
So I can't imagine doing the reverse out of necessity. If you were to live in that area and you had to get over to Oakland Avenue in order to get the bus, or down to Capitol if you're pretty far north. So I understand the budgetary constraints, and I also understand some of the hopes for having increased ridership that you mentioned before. So I guess sorry, this is a long-winded way to get to my question, which was, if you were to cut service to this corridor, is there a guarantee that you're going to increase frequency in other areas, or are those not necessarily related? They're more of a selling point, and I'm not.
If we by cutting this, are you asking if we can create more high frequency elsewhere?
Well, I thought part of the initial part of your presentation demonstrated increased service and frequency.
Right.
And I know that the county's budget only decreases as far as, I mean, we have the highest, what do we call it, cost for public transportation for the user, on the user end, proportionate to our income in the nation. I think, what is it in Milwaukee County, 250?
2.25 now, but yeah, it depends on the
Okay.
And car use.
When I lived in
versus
Seattle,
yeah.
it was the same, and the cost of living in Seattle is much higher
Yeah,
than it is
right.
here in Milwaukee,
Exactly.
in Milwaukee County. So people pay a lot of their income in order to use public transportation. I understand we have budgetary constraints.
Oh, sure.
However, so I guess that was just my question. Was the beginning of your presentation, maybe you had demonstrated some higher frequency. Is that going to happen regardless?
Oh, right,
The
yeah.
rephrase. Okay.
Right, exactly, yeah. I mean, part of the challenge, just a real simple example is, by shortening the route from Bay Shore to Capitol, you basically don't need as many drivers to create that high frequency on what's left of the route. That's how you get that sort of high frequency. Now, I don't want to look at that only in one silo, if you will.
Right.
There's many other routes that we also want to create high frequency. But, you know, we can look at restoring that. Today, Route 14, from end to end, from Southbridge to Bay Shore, it's like at 22 minutes during the daytime, so not 15. So to get it to that, you probably need to add a couple of drivers. You know, that could be $500,000 or something like that. So that's where sort of the fun part comes in from a planner's standpoint, is how do you look at the whole system, and if we restore that, then what else do we need to do elsewhere, whether it's, you know, another daytime route, and you know, there's always challenges that way. But clearly, you know, I'm hearing that, you know, this is clearly an important segment of the route, and
And one more question, or I guess kind of comment question is, I know I appreciate what you demonstrated in the northwest side of town, increasing the frequency, because there are areas where people are very isolated. I mean, obviously, I wish that we could increase the amount of stops and presence, public transportation in some of the areas that most desperately need it. But to that point, and I'm not saying that Wilson qualifies as that, but there are, as was mentioned here, and we've all mentioned in a variety of ways,
sure.
The demographic, there are a lot of older and people who have disabilities that live along that route. And I can't remember, thank you for your comment regarding the apartment dwellers there. That's, I don't know, I understand the reason, the rationale budgetarily, but that, even if it's not a high amount of people, that's still, that would isolate.
Well, you're right. No, I agree, and you know, just to be clear, I mean, we've already had a lot of discussions with the County's Department of Aging and the Office for Persons with Disabilities, and it's not, you know, I mean that sincerely, that is important. We will definitely look at that, you know, in more detail. You know, whether it's, you know, on Capitol Drive or, you know, some other place in the county. So, but like I say, how do you still create that high frequency that the same people tell you that they want? So that's the challenge.
Is there, or I can't imagine that this is really cost effective, but it's inconvenient too, but a shuttle service. So, for example, the HOP has.
Right.
There will be a kind of smaller circular addition to the downtown hub at some point.
Right.
And it will,
yeah.
but has there been mention of that, or that kind of, and maybe it's not feasible.
Yeah, not so much, because it would be so short in this case. Like, you're saying like from Capitol to Bay Shore and back, that kind of thing.
You'd have to transfer, but
right.
Would not completely isolate.
I guess I hear what you're saying. I think at that point it might be fine just to say, take that one driver that's doing that and just put him on the Route 14 and have him incorporate it into the whole route as is, and avoid the transfer and have the frequency be what it is. I mean, we could, you know, the other thought is you could not make Route 14 high frequency, leave it as is today, and have that the entire route end to end. Right, that's a possibility too. So that wouldn't be high frequency, but at least it would be there. So that's sort of the challenge.
With implementation, is there a way to phase it, and maybe Route 14 would be the last one to change it? Maybe you'd hit your mark, and then we wouldn't need to.
Right, yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good question, because how do you do this? How do you change the system? How do you change 30 routes, you know? And what a lot of systems do, and it kind of makes sense, is to do it all in one fell swoop.
Right, so everybody's getting used to the same thing.
Right, as opposed to, like, you know, change it in the spring a little bit, and then again in the summer, then in the fall, and then all of a sudden you've confused people because they don't know what's changing. That's why we need so much time once we get approval, like literally a year. This is coming, and this is really coming, no kidding, this is really coming, and
like our recycling. Well, these have been great comments, very good questions. Thank you for your time. I would say to the people of Shorewood that our best effort is to get more people riding the bus and more people commenting. So, because they're, you know, obviously you wouldn't have, this plan is based on data, and if we think there are riders that aren't being counted, then we need to make that happen. So that would be my recommendation.
And the data is also, you know, comments received. It's
Yes.
not just the riders and not
Yes,
just the
I don't-
dollars. It's, if there's, you know, 1,000 people that says, please keep this, that's not something we're going to ignore and say, well, so.
Right, so Shorewood can have a voice, and we thank you for being here and for everything.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So moving on to item 5, the consent agenda. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda? Is there a second? Second. All those in favor? Discussion. There's a request.
Who's at the comments?
Sorry, I want to roll up everybody I can.
Let's get his address. Wilson.
No, and I think somebody else is going to the one on Brady Street.
Okay. Yeah, to be honest.
We must have our house in a different place.
Oh, sure.
You know,
Yeah, right, yeah,
in the bus.
Yeah, no, we hear that. That's like, I thought we had a house.
If you have additional questions, feel free to. Or visit one of our local establishments. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda, removing items 5F and 5J?
You're by yourself, tell me. A whole bunch of people.
Oh, and there's also item K on the back.
Well, we already have a motion.
I'm just kidding. Okay, we can remove 5K.
I will still, yes.
So friendly amendment. There was a first.
Are you still good?
Okay, so trustee Bachler's first, trustee Mara second. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, motion carries 6-0. Moving on to items removed from the consent agenda. Item 5F. Consider appointment of the following: Public Art Committee, Eleanor Ravenett; Design Review Board, Scott Cranky; Elder Services Advisory Board, Katie Now. Trustee Carpenter, would you like to comment, or whoever removed this?
I was wondering on the process, I thought appointments to come for the COW for review or consider recommendations to the president. How did these get here and what's our process?
So I was working with President Rosick and with Rebecca. We went back through the current applications for public arts, the public arts committee. That was who they really wanted. And then we went through the open current applications that were on file and reached back out to these individuals to make sure that they were still interested in this appointment.
So we're doing it basically on, so we're doing it on paper. We're doing paper interviews rather than interview. Of course, if we decide to go back to a committee structure, we can go back to interviews.
Or if it were on committee, other trustees would be able to participate at that point.
But I think what I'm hearing is that you were saying that these committee appointments were going to come here for discussion at the COW at 6 o'clock, or?
No, I thought that's what the original, when we were taught interim was going to the COW, or at least put it on our list, and we can at least say, discuss if we want, and then pass it through.
I mean, one thing is we don't see all the other applicants, and so, I don't really necessarily have a problem with it, but I think when we discuss our committee structure, which I believe is next meeting, that maybe this is something we should
I agree, and I think for transparency, not only for us, all of us here, because none of us were involved in any of that process, it was just 2 of the 7, that transparency not only to the board, but to the public as well, which is what we had before when we were discussing from JPNL. And I'm not blaming you, I'm just saying that, and I'm fine with the candidates here, but I did remember us discussing that, because there was a lot of, this was a big change to go from committee appointments, or at least discussion of the whole JPNL process, to being more of a singular, and I guess in this case, a dual.
I would move approval of item 5F, the appointments to the 3 persons.
Second.
All those in favor, or any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries 6-0. Thank you. Item 5J, consider communication plan for 2019 water main relay.